go to the ATM. But there are more scams out there than you think. Some can turn dangerous in a flash. And as Peter Thorne reports now, if you don't remain alert, money is not the only thing you can lose. Here's Peter with tonight's Fact Finders report.
You're about to see some amazing video and hear an even more amazing survival story. All of it shocking and all of it very real. And hopefully the lessons learned might help keep you safer on city streets. This amazing video caught on tape exclusively by CW11 news cameras. At first, it looks like this man and woman are scuffling, but it becomes clear the woman is trying to gain control of the ATM. The victim says the woman in green pushed him out of the way and was going into the ATM after he had entered his passcode. You can see the Citibank ATM booth on Broadway at 40th Street in Manhattan is crowded. The victim turns to another man for help. He tells the victim, "Don't hit a woman." The fight ends when the woman spots our CW11 news camera rolling. She storms out. Amazing, but true. And something similar happened to this man, an attempt to steal money from his bank account through an ATM. But it went way far beyond just pushing and shoving. He got a gun jabbed in his gut and kidnapped right off the streets on a freezing cold Manhattan night. At one point, he even thought he might be killed. And it all happened on his birthday.
They thought this was the funniest thing they ever heard. Oh, my God, we kidnapped the guy on his birthday. Bah, that's so funny. They thought it was hysterical. And then they were playing with me, you know, as a cat would play with the mouse. It was fun for them. I was like their little toy.
What his kidnappers didn't know is that Alpert was a federal prosecutor. Law enforcement was all over this case and busted the ATM crooks. Alpert amazingly survived his harrowing ordeal and wrote this book about it called The Birthday Party, a memoir of survival. And a friend even made this short documentary.
I spun around. I looked back. There were two men behind me. An automatic machine gun was in my gut. Move, move, they said. They pushed me out to go out into the street where there was a car waiting for me. They put me in the car. They took me to the cash machine. And when they realized I had a lot of money in my savings account, they decided to keep me and try to get it.
Alpert's book, a diary of psychological torture. Inside, all the frightening details of what happened while he was kidnapped by the ATM crooks off the streets of Greenwich Village, including the fact that he wasn't their first victim. Plus, some common-sense tips for regular folks about what to do and how to act if you, like this guy, suddenly find yourself a criminal's target. Rule number 1, don't make a lot of obvious eye contact.
I immediately tried not to look at them because I knew that if they thought I could identify them, that would give them an incentive to kill me.
But at one point, he couldn't help but look over at the violent ringleader.
And when I did it the second time, he said, "MF, you got big eyes. I should kill you for those big eyes." And he stuck the pistol, which I guess was a semi-automatic, straight in my face.
They held me for 25 hours in an apartment in Brooklyn. It was bedlam.
Rule number 2, keep your mouth shut and your ears open.
My strategy was to try to stay calm, be polite, be cooperative. I almost never lied. Only when it was critical did I lie. And just kind of roll with it. I don't pretend to give professional advice, but I will say this. If there's a weapon involved, the smartest thing, no matter how big you are, no matter how strong you are, if there's a knife or a gun, the smartest thing is to cooperate and hand over your money.
Kidnapped right off the streets of New York, and he lived to tell the tale. Now, Hollywood wants to tell the story. Tom Cruise's movie production company has bought the rights to Stan Alpert's story, soon to be a major